first of all, thanks for joining us. So, Dwight, do you want to tell us what you do exactly?
Hi. I'm the lead designer on Marvel Legends, and that's what I do. Marvel Legends 1/12 scale for all of you guys to collect.
Not just for my own personal knowledge. How do you actually get into that job?
My background was industrial design. When I went to college, that's what my degree was in, and I was fortunate enough to go to the University of Cincinnati, which was in Cincinnati, which is also where Kenner was. And I got to get a co-op at Kenner, which was the company that created Star Wars action figures back in the 70s, and got a chance to get in there and get my feet wet just starting out as a young designer.
Did you ever think in your wildest dreams this is what you, well, let's say when you were a child, this is what you'd be doing?
No way. I've been professionally blessed to be able to do what I do as long as I've been doing it. It's very lucky.
Growing up, what would be your favorite action figures?
G.I. Joe 3 1/4 inch was my favorite action figures. The early days, my favorite figures were version 1 Storm Shadow, Firefly, Beachhead. Those were all three. Their first versions were three of my favorite action figures as a child.
So Storm Shadow, yes, not Snake Eyes?
I had Snake Eyes version 2.
Okay.
But he was definitely high up there as well. But I like the mask characters, I guess. You know, good guys or bad guys. You throw on a mask on them, and they're pretty tough. Storm Shadow was a special find for me. My mom and I went to Kmart. We went to the toy shelf. I ran there. There was nothing there. I was like sad. As we were leaving, there was Storm Shadow stuck in the candy right next to the cash out. Like some mom must have just said nope and put it down. And I grabbed it, and I never had begged for an action figure before. And I'm like, Mom, you don't understand, please. And she took pity on me, and she bought me Storm Shadow. So God bless you, Mom. Love you. You know, thank you for Storm Shadow.
Okay, I can't argue that. That's a good mother right there.
Yeah.
So, out of all the figures you've designed now yourself, which one stands out to you most?
A few of them are just kind of more, not necessarily for the figure themselves, but for the attachment I have to the characters. I love 90s villains. Strife is like my favorite ex-villain, along with Apocalypse. They're kind of tied for my two favorite big bads. So the second Strife figure we did is a really special one to me, and I'm really loving this new Apocalypse that we worked on as well.
That's the Apocalypse that's on display over there.
Correct.
Have to get a show of that then. And actually, you don't meet many Strife fans. At least I've never met a Strife fan before. So that's a niche character, but it's a good choice.
One right here.
Other than Apocalypse and Strife, any other character, the Four Horsemen, any of them would you ever want to design or have designed?
We've done a couple of Archangel as Death. We've not. The problem with the Four Horsemen is it's four of them, and they're usually really weird takes of the character. So it's been in this day and age, action figures are expensive, right? They're not cheap little things anymore. So it's trying to figure out what is the four to do from what era, and what will the fans want the most, and what would sell the best for us. And we have not been able to crack that mystery just yet.
Is there any character out there that you'd love to design, but it's never going to happen because they're that obscure?
I don't know if it'll never happen because we do some weird things. Two of my favorites that I have never done a figure for would be, one is the Living Brain from Spider-Man, and one would be Gossamer from New Mutants.
Okay.
So those are a couple of deep weird cuts that I would love to make figures of someday.
Living Brain, I don't actually know Gossamer now. I'm going to look that one up. Apocalypse, what's the best design?
The best design of Apocalypse?
Yes.
Whoa. I have never done it. I kind of want to do X Factor Origin Apocalypse in the dark gray blue with the gray bodysuit. I like that really monochromatic look for Apocalypse. I would love to do that one.
I also love the original classic look, except for, I don't know about you since you're a designer. One thing that always puts me off is he's supposed to be the big bad.
Yeah.
Yet he has his initials on his belt.
Maybe that's just how cocky he is. Yeah, man. Boom, big A. That's me.
It always just stuck out as a wee bit. Once it was pointed out to me, but
yeah.
So obviously the next one. What else other than this line are you most proud of? The new stuff?
Of the stuff that we have, like that we brought this weekend, I really love obviously Apocalypse, but I also love our World War II Logan. That one is one of my favorite ones, as well as Deathbird. She was a character that I didn't think I would love as much as I did when she was completed. And not shown today, but I really enjoy our new Juggernaut that we did this past year for the Versus program. Those are some of my favorite ones for this year.
Okay. Are there any other ones that you're working on right now that you can tell us about?
Well, I can't say any specifics, but it's been a little while since we've had some big MCU news, and with a couple of little movies coming out next year, we'll be seeing some awesome additions to your MCU shelves really soon.
So I never thought about that you would get a sneak peek of things before the rest of the public.
Yeah, we're already wrapping up Doomsday and Brand New Day, and we're getting ready to jump into Secret Wars right now. So
I need to ask. Were there any, I'm assuming you have friends who are MCU fans?
Yeah.
Were there any spoilers that you knew about in advance that you just couldn't tell anyone from previous villains?
Oh yeah, absolutely. It's I have a couple of buddies that they don't ask for stuff, but they want to know, and it's just like I went to a convention a long time ago in Rhode Island, and I brought my daughter with me, and we met Michael Rooker, who played Yondu. And
lovely man, by the way.
Yeah, he was wonderful. And when we introduced my daughter to him, the first thing he did is grab my daughter and said, "What has he told you about the movie?" And my daughter's like, "He hasn't told me anything." And Michael Rooker looks at me and goes, "Good dad." And I'm like, "Thanks." And it was cute. So it was a funny little moment we got to share.
That's definitely a Michael Rooker story.
Yes.
But that's all I really have to ask. But then thank you again for your time.
Thanks, Dave. Appreciate it. Nice meeting you.
And thank you as well.
Absolutely.